Okay, let's dive in. We're tackling a part of the crypto world most people probably try not to think about too much.
Yeah, definitely not when they're, watching the green candles.
Exactly. It's that, well, slightly morbid question. What actually happens to your digital assets, your Bitcoin, your ETH, maybe those NFTs when you pass away?
It's a really critical topic.
Mhm.
And our source material for this deep dive, a piece called Planning Crypto Inheritance, it pretty much gets straight to it.
It does. It highlights this fundamental problem, something really unique to digital assets like crypto.
hmm And the problem is, well, it's stark, isn't it? Unlike your bank account or, say, stocks, where there are legal ways for family to take over.
Right, established processes.
Yeah, exactly. Crypto just doesn't have that built-in next-to-kin button. There's no central help desk you can call to, like unlock grandpa's wallet.
It all comes down to having those private keys or the seed phrase, right?
Absolutely. Those keys are the control. If you lose access or if, nobody else can get access after you're gone, that crypto is effectively lost.
Forever. And look, this isn't just some theoretical thing that might happen.
No, not at all.
The scale of crypto already lost because someone passed away is, well, it's staggering. The source mentions estimates, something like over 4 million Bitcoins already gone.
Think about that value.
Yeah.
At today's prices, that's easily over $250 billion.
Yeah.
Just locked away. And a huge chunk of that belonged to people who died without any kind of plan.
Wow. Okay, so that figure alone really shows why this is so important for you listening right now.
Definitely. So our mission here is to unpack this whole issue using the source, figure out why it happens, and talk about the real steps you can actually take.
Steps to protect your own stuff, whether it's on an exchange in a hot wallet on your phone or tucked away offline in cold storage.
Exactly. And the source brings up a really cautionary tale. Gerald Cotten.
Yeah, the founder of that Canadian exchange, QuadrigaCX, died suddenly back in 2018, super young, only 30. And apparently he was the only one.
The only person holding the private keys to the exchange's main cold wallets, the main storage.
And the result.
Disaster. Around $190 million in crypto belonging to users just became inaccessible. Gone.
Thousands of people just lost their money because one guy held the keys and there was no backup plan.
It's a brutal illustration of the risk, isn't it? When it all relies on one person and those keys aren't passed on securely.
So, okay, what do people try? The simple stuff, right? Like just telling your spouse or kid the seed phrase.
Or writing it down on paper, maybe?
Yes, stick it in a drawer somewhere. But the source points out the big problems there.
Oh, absolutely. Telling someone. That needs massive trust. Like trust they won't dip into it while you're alive and trust they'll handle it right after.
And writing it down, well, physical security is a nightmare. What if the paper gets lost, destroyed in a fire, or worse, found by the wrong person?
Total liability. And storing it digitally, you've got hacking risks. These simple methods are just. They're really not reliable for proper inheritance. Too flimsy.
Right, which is exactly why, as the source explains, we're seeing this whole new industry pop up, crypto inheritance tech.
Yeah, companies like Casa, Safe Haven, they're building specific platforms. And even, the old school estate planners are starting to figure this out.
They're incorporating crypto solutions.
And what's cool about these solutions is they're designed for this unique problem. They use tech like multi-signature wallets.
Ah, multi-sig, where you need like 2 out of 3 keys or something like that.
Exactly. Multiple people have to approve things, no single point of failure. Or they use things like dead man switches.
Okay, how'd those work?
Well, basically, they can automatically release info like keys or instructions if you don't check in for a while, or after your death is officially verified. Some are even looking at biometric stuff.
Biometrics, like fingerprint or facial recognition linked to verification.
Yeah, linked to identity proof. So instead of one key getting lost, these systems kind of spread the trust. They automate releasing access, but only under very specific conditions after death is confirmed.
The tech is there then. It can be done securely.
It really can. And yet, and this is the kicker from the source,
What's
despite these tools existing, most people holding crypto, even significant amounts, still don't actually do anything. They don't make a proper plan.
The source puts it pretty bluntly, doesn't it? It basically says, if you're smart enough to get into crypto in the first place,
You have to be smart enough to protect it from, well, the inevitable, from death. It's like the ultimate final boss for your portfolio.
so the advice, boiling it down from the source, is pretty clear.
Yeah, make a real plan. Write it down. Secure your keys properly, not just on a sticky note. Tell the right people carefully.
Or ideally, actually use these systems built for this exact purpose.
Right. Because otherwise, and this brings us back to you, the listener.
Without a solid plan for your crypto legacy, are you really building that generational wealth everyone talks about?
Or are you just, maybe without realizing it, setting up the perfect digital ghost story where your assets just kind of evaporate into the blockchain?
Definitely something to think about. Seriously, right now.